Hey, what's going on? What's going on, everyone? What's going on? Street Trading here. We're kicking off the last month of trading for 2019, the first week of December, but the last month of the year. So let's get into it here. So obviously, last week was a short week here with Thanksgiving, obviously on Thursday, and obviously the market closure, and then Friday half day closing at 1 o'clock. So it's pretty much a 4-day weekend for everybody. The market was obviously thin on Friday, closed down red across the board, all sectors. Utilities took the lightest hit. And once again, energy wrapping up the bottom time and time again. The sectors just getting blasted. So stubborn burns are getting their asses handed to them for sure. Spike closed down just north of a point. Today we are seeing the market gap up through obviously pre-market highs of Friday in the ETF. We're seeing obviously prices pushing higher across the board, especially in our securities that we've been following and trading for quite a while now. Last week was pretty good for us. 4 out of our 6 tapped our price targets and are still bullish across the board. Obviously, Tesla is going to be a little bit of interesting play this week. I think Roku's pulling back, but anyway, let's get into it real quick. So, SPY, like we said, SPY's gapping up, some rest of the market's gapping up with it. So, going to kick it off with our Netflix here. Netflix, it's coming up to that 316, tapped it a few times last week. And it's kind of fighting it, right? It gapped up pre-market, so we're still adamant on our 330 price target with the 200-day moving average overhead. 325, 330 would be our two targets above where it's trading right now. So obviously it's trading at the 315, 316 pre-market. If it pulls back, which we want to pull back to the 312, we're going to use it to risk off of to the north side. So again, this level needs to hold for today's session and for tomorrow's session if it starts to dip down today. But if it continues this bullish sentiment, we're going to be 325, 330 for the week. So we are bullish on Netflix for this week. NVDA also gap it up pre-market. You can see, we got an overhead 222 price target. It's pulling back a little bit. We love to see it pull back. We want to see it continue to defend this 216 if it pulls back at all this morning, which we don't anticipate. You may have a little bit of a sell at the bell, obviously profit takers, but we think you're going to find some support and pushing higher. So again, 215, 216 needs to defend. If it does, we're going to continue with the 222 initial price target and go from there. Roku dipping down this morning, and we don't mind. We're still bullish on Roku, but at the end of the day, it definitely took a significant hit pre-market down, almost 6 points, so actually 6 points to be exact. So we're going to see, obviously, with continuation after dust settles today, it's going to find base out around that 155 level. If it does, that'd be great. And you can use this to risk off to the north side. So it needs to hold these levels. If it dips down a little bit further, maybe to the 150-ish, again, we're not going to hop in clearly until we've seen higher lows. So we're going to be bullish for Roku, but we're going to definitely wait for this dust to settle. Shopify had a solid week last week. Obviously, traded up almost over 20 something points, 25 points I think on the week. Clearly bounced off the 50-day moving average on the daily. Had a little bit of action pre-market this morning, but not too much at all. We're still pretty much bullish on Shopify. Again, we don't feel this company deserves to be this high, but nonetheless, it's irrelevant what we think. The street's clearly printing higher highs and higher lows, so we're going to trade what we see. 350 price target for Shopify until everything else changes completely. Obviously, we had a little bit of a curl going in to the rest of the week last week, but again, it was a holiday week, so kind of take it with a grain of salt. We're going to see obviously how it's going to trade today and the tomorrow session as well before we hop in. Going to have to clearly defend these levels to continue this navigation to the north side. So we're going to be bullish on Shopify, but we're going to wait obviously until it finds the support around the 336, 335. Pull back a little bit further to the 330s is actually more advantageous for us. That's where it ripped nicely on the 26th. So we're going to see, but we're going to be bullish for Shopify for today's session. Tesla, they're getting a little bit of love pre-market. They got obviously blasted after their last 2 weeks ago. They had their unveiling on Thursday night in Los Angeles for the Cybertruck. Obviously, a lot of people didn't like what it looked like, and the cracking of the window and all that shit. So, sold off. Rightfully so. Panic selling. That's a lot of emotions in the market, but obviously with emotional selling comes solid opportunities to scoop up shares at value levels. So. These are nice levels right now. Obviously, if it continues to defend these levels, then obviously you're going to look. We're going to look at that 350, 340, 350, 360 once again. That's where it ran into what 359.44 before it sold off pre that unveiling of the Cybertruck. So pushing a pre-market, we like it. If it needs to defend these levels, if it does, then we're definitely going to be in it for this week to the 360 overall price target. Going to wrap it up here with the trade desk. They closed down just shy of 2 points on Friday. It's just been in a solid run all month of November, as you can see. Lows of 180, trade up to the almost 270. So you're looking at a solid 90-point run in a month, which is nice. Not done yet. You're gonna have some dancing around. Obviously, it took some profits on Friday and last week, but it needs to defend these levels. 260 pullback would be fantastic to bounce off. If not, obviously 255 would be even better. But we are bullish on the trade desk. We're definitely gonna probably see some, definitely high probability we're gonna see some pulling back in the earlier part of the week. But we're looking for these levels to risk off to the north side. So obviously, big time 280 price target. A little bit lower, 274, 275 for our initial for the week. So we're going to be bullish across the board. Roku needs to find some support before we hop in. Shopify needs to find some support before we hop in. We like the Tesla. We like to see the Tesla continue to push higher. And obviously squeeze shorts left and right. Obviously, the bears in Tesla are quite vocal. So, they're happy when this thing falls out, but not sure it is done yet. We think obviously these guys are just getting started. Whenever you're first to market, you're going to take all the bruises, you're going to take all the hits, getting into obviously a new sector, new direction, right? New reality. So that's what's going on with Tesla. Clearly, they're trying to do different things, and when you do different things, people are going to try to knock you down. That's exactly what's going on. So, but anyway, moving forward, definitely bullish across the board. The market's pushing higher. We obviously, you're seeing SPY pushing higher as well. It's, getting close to that 316 pre-market. We have a 320 price target in these guys, on the ETF. And at this rate, we may tap it this week. It'd be fantastic. So, we've been talking about it for quite a while. And if that's the case, then all the rest of the securities going to be pushing higher with it. So look for higher prices this week. Obviously with the usual pullbacks here and there. But again, just mitigate your risk. Be patient with your prices, have your levels set and ready to go. And once the bell is underway, sit back, be patient, and wait for your opportunity. All right, guys, that's it, man. That's what we got. We got our 6 again heading into the week, and that is the game plan for the week. And all members, we're going to continue with the deeper dive in what we're looking at, injuries and everything like that, and then we'll get going. Sorry, guys. Any question, reach out to us. As always, be very patient with price and setup, and respect your stops at all costs. All right, guys. Any question, reach out to us. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button on our channel here, and not to miss any of our trading videos. All right, guys. Have a good one. Remember to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our trading videos.